Everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Okay, so I wanted to go through the confusion that seems to set in on the difference between choosing R and Python for not just data analysis, but for also, I guess, data analysis for the world of quant and automated and algorithmic trading. Now, I've done both. I've used both. I've used R for about 9 months and Python, year and a half probably. Now, you're going to hear me talk more about Python over R, but I just wanted to give you an option of R. But let's go through the differences between the two. So here at this site called DataCamp, they do these boot camps and whatnot, but we don't care about the history and all that. We don't care about the community. What we do care about is, first of all, the ease of use. Now, R has got a steep learning curve. Python is much easier to learn for people that are getting into programming. So that's a really good start there. From what I understand, a lot of kids are now using and learning Python. So that's probably the big edge right there with Python. If you're starting out, use Python. And I'd recommend using Python. R is more built for statistical analysis and testing, as it says here, and it has that steep learning curve, so you have to be fairly technical to really get a handle on it. Now there's also some other things as well for package management. I did find that setting up R was a lot easier than Python, but once you get the swing of Python, you can definitely use Python. As PyPy may be a good place as a repository to get the latest and greatest out of Python. So let's continue along here. Now, in terms of popularity, you can see that Python is still more popular than R. The salaries, a little bit more in R. Python, here's the other big difference between R. So R is really used for exploratory work, statistical models, with a few lines of code. That's probably the edge that R has. But with Python, it's, as it says here, it's a fully fledged programming language, good tool for implementing algorithms for production use. And that's very true. That's what a lot of the high-end, high-speed trading shops and operations use Python for, and I'm hearing more and more Python is making a way through, of all places, Goldman Sachs to overall get rid of their more legacy programming language called slang. I can't verify that, but that's what the rumor has. Data handling capabilities. R I found was really confusing. With the advantage with Python is that you just use two major packages, NumPy and Pandas, and that's it. That's all you're using here. You're going through some pretty crazy stuff in R, and I found it was very overwhelming and just too much. Now, IDEs, integrated development environments, this one's really good, RStudio, but it's gotten really commercial now, as far as I remember last. This one with Python, it gives you some more options. There's a Spider, which is okay. IPython, or it's called Jupyter now, I believe, for just doing, as I said, exploratory work, for building out some kind of research or whatever for an algorithm. That's still used widely. Rodeo, never used that one. There's another one that's never used here called PyCharm, which I use. That's pretty good actually. It's free, just more functionality in terms of language. For more package and whatever else. But the PyCharm free edition is fine. The community edition should be enough. Now here's some of the more popular packages for R. The visualization in R was quite good actually. I think it's better than Python in a way, but Python's good enough, but I'll get in that in a sec. But here, this zoo is another one of those weird data packages that's really confused me. I can't really talk about machine learning because I never really explored it too deep. Here, we have Pandas, as I mentioned earlier, for manipulating data. It's quite good. NumPy, Scikit for machine learning, which is apparently very popular. Matplotlib for visualization, which is not bad, and I guess stats models, which I never really used, which probably is to be the equivalent of what R offers. In terms of support, you can see here it's a larger set of community in Python. But you can see here languages for data analysis. Now this is a few years old. R is still ahead, but 3 years later I wouldn't be surprised that Python is just as much. Salary, you can see here that R is farther ahead. But again, it really comes down to flexibility. Not going to get into job trends. So again, here the advantages with R. Visualization is really good. I will verify that the ggplot is quite good. But here, IPython makes it easier to work with. Python, never worked with it myself. I should say I played around with it. Just wanted to go through all this stuff to give you an idea. If you wanted my opinion, I just prefer Python. R is slow, which it is, on purpose. That doesn't make sense, but whatever. Again, here's some visualization. Bokeh I've used, which is quite good. All these other ones I've never really used. Visualization Python usually more convoluted. Yes, that's true. Steep learning curve. Worst thing about R is that it was developed for statisticians. So here they're saying use the right tools. Python is immense. It's a challenge, yes, but only if you want to make it a challenge. Python I just prefer just overall for overall math, applying math into your obviously your algorithms. Everything's all open source at both ends. See, obviously it's a tie. They never can tell the difference. If you want my opinion, it's still Python, hands down. But before you get into Python, you want to learn about R. What I've got here is I've got this bonus that is available if you decide to join my quant analytics service, and you'll be able to get it through this. So basically what it does, it gives you an entire set of presentations of R and Hadoop, visual presentations that we had videos from somebody else talk about it, and it's quite good. It's an older version of R, but if you wanted to get a high level presentation of it, you can always jump into this R stuff. And I've got other courses here that are not currently available, but again, this is for R 2.15, which is R's at 3, so it's fairly old, but still you can get a good idea of how R works between the two. So hopefully that'll help you out if you decide to want to join into my analytics service. I'll talk to you later.